Welcome back, my friends. It's Camiel Daamen, your online Ableton certified trainer. And today I'm back with a little breakdown of the bass, the kick and bass section of Up All Night, which is a new release on my label Freeborn, track that I did with Ari. It's currently sitting in the minimal deep tech charts of Beatport. And I thought it might be nice to show you a little bit of the track and to break down all the low end, because as you can see, we got 2 kicks and 4 basses. I'm going to show you all the processing. So I'll play you a little bit of the track and then we'll dive into it. So as you can hear, the low end is pretty thick and full, and that's because we've layered a lot of sounds in here. I will do a full breakdown of the track inside of my Lessons in Life dojo, which you can find on Patreon. It's patreon.com/lessonsinlife. You can find the link down below in the description. And we do monthly feedback sessions, track breakdowns. We got guests coming. Close to Custom is this month. Coulter is coming soon. So there's a lot of stuff going on. Also this month we have a music theory for producers masterclass. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the dojo. Feel free to join. It's cheap, and you help me support. You help to support me to keep doing this. Here's the kick drums together. So we have this kick and this one. And one has the low end. That's the first one. With a little dip here just to create a little bit of space. And the other one has more of a low cut and it's more a little high end, dirty kind of top end. So together they're a little bit dirty. The first one, I always like to use the DBX 160 by Waves. It's an amazing plugin for low end. I usually use the drum mild. You can also use the bass drum normal one. I'll show you the before and after. I'll play 8 without and 8 with. So you can hear it gets a little bit more punch and a little bit thicker. If you use the normal one, the bass drum one, it's a little bit more pronounced. 8 without, 8 with. So this one gets a little bit too loud for me and a little bit too punchy. So I usually use the bass drum mild. I don't make any changes. Sometimes I change a little bit the mix. So it's like sort of like parallel compression basically on your kick. So it maintains the original one and it just adds a little bit more of that compressed feeling to it. So that's the kick and the other kick together. Just 2 samples from one is a Tons bar from the Tons bar pack. One is from the Sidney Charles pack from Sample Market. On both kick and bass I have some processing as well, but before I go there I'll go to the bass section. On the bass I usually use Soothe for demudding the bass. It's just a preset that you find here. I always like go through those. For the bass lines a little bit higher I use melodic bass control, and mostly for the real low end I use demudding the bass, and all I do is actually changing this depth here, sometimes the sharpness and selectivity, but mostly for this one I don't use it. For this preset I just use the depth to slightly take out some woolliness. It really works like a charm. I used to use a lot of EQ of Pro Q3 from FabFilter, but nowadays I just use this because it's easier for me to have it automated and not have to find the resonant peaks myself. I love Soothe for this. Then on the first, on bass we have this, and the bass line is just like these are the notes. I love to sometimes skip an octave, you know, so you can just move that up with shift up or shift down. It's a lovely, lovely bass, and it comes from the Diva, the MK Bass Hollow Octave. So that's maybe a nice preset for you to use for your next track. And we layer it with the flat bass, and the flat bass is doing exactly the same. But as you can see, we filtered it. So basically this is a clear example from layering your bass to give it like sort of more of a character, because just having this in the track would make it a little bit, only too subby. So this adds a little bit more high end, so it's more audible on, let's say, smaller speakers as well. And then we have this. This is just for accents. So that adds a lot of like extra groove. And it plays exactly, if I give it a different color and I put it together with this one, you can see it plays exactly, the red one plays exactly in the middle of the other one. Right? So it enhances, so it plays here in between, here in between, here it enhances this one, and here it just plays in between of this one. So it creates this really nice rolling bass. And as well as this one, we have also the last one here, which is just adding a few notes here and there, just to add another layer. And that's basically the whole bass. They are all EQ'd. On this one we use also track spacer to sidechain it with the other bass actually. So I'm sidechaining this to the other bass, which is nice, so they're not in the way of each other. I use Predator for this. I love Predator. I now use Predator 3. Predator is a great synthesizer by Rob Papen. I love his stuff. Got the whole Explorer bundle. Then on this bass, I again use a little bit of the demudding the bass, which is good to make it a little less muddy, especially if you use like 4 bass lines. We got a low cut here, around 44 hertz. Little LFO, which is unmapped. We got a kick sidechained. We got a compressor sidechained to the kick, so the bass is not conflicting with the kick. And then we have the low cut here on this one. This one is a little bit higher. It was the layer as I showed you. And together on all of them I have the soothe. And then on the kick and bass, I usually use a drum bus or a max bass or both of them. Max bass I really like because you can add like this as an extra boost for the low end. So together, without, it sounds like this. Yes. So this adds a lot of like low end fullness to the kick and bass. I always have kick and bass together in one group, so I can add like this max bass. Sometimes I use R bass as well from waves, and sometimes in conjunction with the drum bus. But you know, I try to like add some more saturation and sort of like glue it with saturation together. And this max bass and R bass are also great to add some more harmonic content in the low frequency range. So yeah, this is the track. Go find it on Beatport. The link is down below in the description, so you can support the track as well. You can also support me by following the dojo, joining the dojo, and be part of my community. We have a WhatsApp group, a Discord group, and we do the meetups, as I told you before. So yeah, feel free to support. If you like this video, please let me know. If you have any suggestions for videos or any comments, please drop them below in the comments, and I'd love to read them. Have a nice day and see you at the next one.